Hi guys, my name is Zin and this is Maybe Bonsai. It's been a few weeks that I haven't uploaded a video, so today I'm just going to give you a small update and do a little bit of I think pruning to some of the trees. So we'll start with this. This is the Bougainvillea. The problem with this tree right now is that it's too long and it doesn't matter how I put it. If I put this over to the to this side, like this, it kind of shades out some of the plants, and I don't want to do that. If I put it here, it kind of blocks the way, and actually once my arm actually caught this in between my arm and my body, and the entire plant fell because of because it got caught. So I'm going to take this back. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and then I think I'm going to prune this back a bit. This is the Hibiscus. It's getting a bit large and really long, so taking up a lot of room. So that's another thing. And then this is the Schefflera. I did spray this down before, but I think there's still a little bit of a scale problem on the tree, so I'm going to spray it down again using soap and water. And everything else here is doing pretty good. The lychee tree here hasn't done anything at all after I pruned it. There's a bud over here which has not developed. There's just nothing that's happening with the tree at all. So I'm going to leave it, and I guess we'll have to wait till spring maybe. Who knows? The other thing is that the the Brazilian rain tree has recovered fully, as you can see. There's some dead branches on there, but I'll clean those up at a different time. And then this is the Fukian tea. It looks dead, but it's not. I did check the bark. I scratched it with my fingernail, and it's all green underneath. So I think it's still alive. It's waiting for that right time, the right environment maybe. I kept the lid on now all the time, and I have been misting inside of it and just adding a bit of water at the bottom to create humidity, but it hasn't done much yet, so I'll leave it as long as the the tree, the inside of the bark is green. I think it's fine for now. So there's this is the Dracaena crystal forest. Everything is kind of not green. This moss needs the sun. Like you need a little bit of sunlight for this to stay green. If you mist it or water it, but that's fine. I don't know if it will come back or not once I take it outside eventually. But I'll just leave it for now. The leaves on these guys are getting really long. It's looking more like what I imagined this would be. So yeah, I water this once a week. It doesn't need that much water at all, which is another good thing, I think. So that's probably all the updates. I guess this is the one that I pruned at Nigel's place. And I really want to take that off. It just looks really strange the way it is. So I'll probably do that at a different time, I think. Well, maybe today, I don't know. But yeah, this has grown. There's lots of new leaves. So you can see the light green color. And so yeah, so we'll get started with the Bougainvillea first. It's just going to be a one big cut to take that back. All right, guys. So here is the Bougainvillea. I'm thinking to cut it somewhere around this area, and there's a leaf going this way, which is a decent direction. There's a leaf going that way, which could work as well, but I do think this distance is a bit too small. I kind of want more of the trunk and then go up a bit more. So I think what I'll do is I'll take this leaf here that's facing that way, and then cut it right above that, and hopefully there'll be a bud that's going up. So we'll do that and see what happens. There goes that whole thing. There's some thorns on here, so gotta be careful. So yeah, hopefully this leaf will come and it can go up that way. I think I should also prune these too, because if I don't, I think they might get too much vigor and take off while the top doesn't take off, even though the top should get more energy. So actually, I'm going to unwire this because it's been here for a while. I could reduce this back to where there are no leaves. And I think maybe a good idea. This is getting a bit too long. And there's a bunch of, you know, leaf scars and whatnot. I don't really know which one it's going to come out of. So I'll reduce it back to here. Getting rid of that whole thing. And then this one, I'll take this leaf, which is going towards this direction, and I'll take the tip off basically. So we'll see where that goes. So yeah, that's it. I'm just going to leave it. Actually, maybe I'll clean this up as well. Okay, so that's the stub that I'm trying to get rid of. It's from the last pruning, and I left it there for it to die back. And I think with that branch, you know, being fairly developed, it should be safe to take that off. There's a small one behind it, which I'll get rid of. And hopefully this will go well. I think that's okay. It's kind of a bulge here, but I think it will eventually smooth out. I don't believe I need to do anything about it, but so I am going to apply some cut paste. Since I have it, I might as well put it on. This is kind of a big cut for... Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, I believe that is all I'm going to do for this tree. So we'll move on to the next one. So next up, this is the Schefflera that I pruned out not too long ago. I discovered some scale on it. Not that many. I took off a couple of ones that I seen, but I'm going to spray it with dish soap and water just so, you know, I need to control it and kill it eventually. This will kind of make a mess. We're on my table with all these dish soap, but you know, so we'll let that sit, and hopefully by the time I'm finished with the other tree, I can wash this off. So lastly, we have the hibiscus. This has been growing all winter, and I haven't done really much to it. I've just been watering it. It sits near the window. I do see some bites, insect bites maybe, but I don't see any insects in the house. I just maybe one or two of those little flying things. So it has getting, you know, grown a lot. There's tons of leaves everywhere. And depending on where the leaves comes up and where the sun is, or how the plant's positioned near the window, it, you know, some of them are twisted, like this one. It should be coming out like that, but it's actually going towards the other direction. Same as this. You can see this is the top of the leaf, and it's facing us instead of being more flat. So I am going to reduce this back a bit, it is getting really crowded in here. And I'm getting a lot of long internodes like this one here. So what I'll do is I'll start with this side branch here. I'm going to, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a leaf coming out this way here, and it's more in the direction of the original branch. So I'm going to take it off just at that leaf so it can go, so that hopefully I can get a bud going that direction. Just a little bit more. Okay, so this is the one I'm going with. I'm going to take this leaf off. And so let's move on to this one. This is a side branch. I'm first going to remove the leaf going down. This is actually quite a small branch, and I think I don't really need to cut it back. There's literally just a couple leaves on there. So I'll leave that branch alone. But I will take the tip off of this one. There's a little bit of a couple of new leaves coming out. And I think what I'll do, there are these branches. Actually, I think I'll take this branch here, this leaf that's going kind of towards the my left. So I'm just going to take the tip off here. I want to remove some of these leaves because they're just, it's kind of blocking everything. This one is half bitten leaf. I'll take that off. So we'll move on to this branch. So the first cut I made was here, and then this one grew out just as planned. I'll clean the stub up a bit. So this time, I think what I'll do is I'll take this leaf here, and which is facing towards that direction in a way, or more aligned with the original branch. So that's what I'll do. I'll take it back to here. Oh, didn't cut. It's kind of, this leaf is actually kind of underneath the branch. So it might, I think it might come out maybe a bit under, but hopefully not too much. I'm going to remove this guy here. I think it'll come out and it shouldn't droop. At least I'm hoping it won't. I think it will just come out and kind of be lower, but it should go up. And if it doesn't go up, I can always fix it afterwards. So I think that's fine for now. I will remove some of these kind of inner leaves. It's just too crowded. Okay, so I guess you can call this the apex of the tree. There's actually two branches here. They split, and both are about the same same width, like the thickness. I would say this will be my ideal leader. It will make the tree look a bit more straight, upright. If I take this one here, it's kind of, the whole tree is leaning towards this way, which, you can still style it differently. But I think I will stick with this as my true leader, which means is I will cut this one back first. And not really sure where, because there is a leaf here, this one that's coming towards me. So if I cut this off, I'll get probably a branch towards me, which is not bad. I just think that there's a couple of branches here already coming towards this way. I was hoping to have one that's going a little bit towards the view or you guys, or maybe just towards that way and meet in between somewhere. So I guess this is okay because it's here. It's like it will come like that. The other stuff is here, so there's quite a bit of a distance. So that's what I'll do. I'll cut this off. I'll go with that, and hopefully that works. 2 leaves coming out the exact spot. Going to remove one. Remove this one that's going into the tree just to give more light inside. So I think that's all I'm going to do with that branch. The leader I will also reduce back. And since I left this here, I think the leader needs to be a bit taller than that. And I think this is the ideal direction that I want. As it will go towards, it'll do that. It'll kind of go back to the tree direction-wise. Maybe this is a bit long. There's a bit of a straight section from here to there. It's about an inch. That's the only thing I'm kind of thinking about. Maybe it's too long, too straight for that section. I don't know. The other options, I take this leaf here, but that leaf comes just after where I pruned it last time, so it's quite close to where I pruned it. And if I do that, this will be taller. Yeah, you know what? I'll do what I said before. I'll take this off first. So that is my new branch, hopefully. This section is a bit long and straight. And I don't really want it to be that long and straight. The other options, I take this leaf here, which goes that way. It'll make this, straight section a bit shorter, much shorter actually. And the direction is okay. It's just that this will be longer. You know what? I'm just going to leave it. That's fine. I'll leave it for now because I can always take both of these branches back more later on if I wanted to. And I think that might be a better choice than removing something right now, because I can always change it later. Like it's not set in stone. So that's fine. I'm going to take this weird looking leaf off. Let's twist it. That makes it much smaller. I think its shape is fine. Okay, so I'm not sure how long that was, but maybe about 10 minutes-ish. So I think I can clean up the other spray tree and then wash that off, and I think that'll be it. Okay, so that's it for this hibiscus. So that's about 10 minutes till I put these sprays on. I'm going to wash it off now with just water. Although it doesn't seem to want to come off that easily. You know what? I'm going to wash it with a light shower head or something in the sink, or just the water can. Actually, it'll be much easier than doing this. Okay, so I washed up the Schefflera. It's all nice and clean. Back on the bench or the desk, whatever you want to call this. And that's the pruned hibiscus. Looks much cleaner and more airy than before. So March is coming up, and very soon. And in March, the temperature is gonna kind of go up and down all over the place. I think same as April. It's gonna be kind of hard to, not hard, but you have to keep an eye on some of the trees in the garage. My stuff in the garage, I've been checking right now pretty much on a weekly basis. It doesn't need that much water. That reminds me, actually, I have to water the trees in the garage today. But we're getting days of, you know, +3, 4 during the day, and then you get like a -12 at night. It's just really strange, a big swing in temperature. And the daytime is quite warm in the garage. I think we're about 10. And things might actually start to break on the dormancy during March. So it's hard to control that. It's just, you know, it's too cold outside, but it's too warm inside kind of thing. So just keep a close eye on it, which I will do also. Hopefully things go well. So yeah, anyway, that's all for today, guys. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.